Welcome to our daily divination ceremony where we're asking, where does our attention need to be today in order to bring the most expansion in our relationship with our life and our practice? This divination ceremony is brought to you by the Unbound Witches of Bright and Dark. Ocean and I are your moderators or your altar crew for the day. Oh my God. I'm already having a morning. There's so much like coming through right now. Like 'tis the season for lots of inspiration and things like that. But man, I've already had to sit and start writing. There's so much coming through. And today is the day that the Unbound get together and we call it a witch's call ceremony. It's a big deal. It's where we collectively support witches answering their calling energetically, magically. And it's just so perfect. It's also the day that we decide what we are planting at the homestead this year as well. We're actually choosing the seeds for our crops this year. So that's also very exciting. And so there's just everything is ripe for a lot going on. So I am feeling very distracted. Like I even came in hot. Like usually I jump in the like streaming service with Ocean like 15 minutes before we go live. But I think I showed up like 5 minutes ago. I can't wait to share with you. I can't wait to share with you what's going on. Ocean, do we have any Voice of God announcements today? All right, I'm going to turn it over to Ocean as the voice of God to tell you what's going on at the Resource Center.
Hello, this is Ocean as the voice of God. Tomorrow we have SAS, our Spirituality and Support Symposium. This is a space where we gather as a community and it's a free event where we talk about our lives, our perspectives, and all things magical. And this will be tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific time, 2 p.m. Eastern time. And we are excited to announce our new podcast, Wisdom in the Weave. This will be a live podcast where the Unbound Witches of Bright and Dark will answer questions. And the first one will just be introducing ourselves. So experience the magic experience the magic of the path of a witch born of shadow through those who have been walking it for years. We'll be introducing ourselves March 28th at 9 a.m. Pacific time, noon Eastern time. And that is all for today. This has been Ocean as the voice of God. Thank you. Back to you, Jean-Marie.
All right. Are we ready to do this? Okay. So I'm going to do what I do to get my system prepared for divination. We're going to be pulling tarot cards. So if you have a relationship with a deck of cards, go ahead and grab them, because though I am doing a collective divination ceremony, you can dial it into your specific flow by pulling cards for yourself as well. Okay? The more data, the better. Am I right? All right. I'm going to start by taking 3 deep breaths, and then I'm going to get into it. I humbly invite all that is fire within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I humbly invite all that is air within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I humbly invite all that is earth within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I humbly invite all that is water within this system to witness this working. And if alignment is found, may you choose to bless this flow. I beckon to this system. May we now align as one. For my cousins are the elements, and so the moon and sun. I call to those who love me. You are welcome in this space. For our nature is united, sharing magic, life, and grace. And now we make our declaration of intention. I'm going to say it in a way that we can do this call and repeat thing. You don't have to. The important thing is that you're saying something that means something to you. All right. I choose now in this moment to align with my whole self. To pull the book that tells my story from its place upon the shelf. I enter now this circle made of trust and hope and power. And I show up for my practice in this place and at this hour. Because I am home. All right. Where does our attention need to be today in order to bring the most expansion in our relationship with our life and our practice? More time. I love it when you guys all come in and say hi to each other. Like, I should say that. I should give you that like cue because it's the coolest feeling. It makes doing these lives feel so much more connected when we're all like talking to each other. You know what I mean? It feels like, being in the back of a like old coffee shop and having my friends show up and everyone's like coming in and sitting down. It's so much fun. So great. I'm gonna put my glasses on. The Seven of Pentacles reversed. So this is our card for the day. I'm going to read the prompt that's on the card directly from it so that I'm not influencing your initial interpretation of what this card means to you, because that's important, especially when you are in the process of repairing your relationship with your intuition, prioritizing what you are getting from your inside information over what some fucking witch on the internet is telling you, right? You don't know me. You might know me. I sure do want to know you. Not to make it weird, but it's going to happen. Okay. Seven of Pentacles reversed. And this is the Tarotorial deck by Raven and Rogue. They wrote the prompts that's on this. Pamela did. You've made poor investments, or perhaps you're focusing on the wrong areas. This could be financial, emotional, or mental investments. You may not be reaping the rewards you're seeking. Evaluate each situation to ensure that each is worthy of your energy. Don't give up on something too soon, but then again, it may just be time to pack it up and move on. And the Seven of Pentacles upright, because this is about the whole card. We're all going to look at this differently. You understand the value of hard work and investing toward long-term goals. You're not interested in quick wins. The Seven of Pentacles is telling you to look at the bigger picture. You may be frustrated that some things are taking too long to come to fruition. Your efforts will not go unrewarded, but you must remain patient. This is my favorite incense, so I'm going to put it out so that it lasts a long time. I think I have like 2 sticks of it left, and it only comes in a multi-pack. So for me to get more when I still have incense, it's a whole thing. So there's a whole bunch of context you didn't ask for. The Seven of Pentacles, we drew it in a reverse position. And it says that their impatience is being highlighted for sure. Yeah, okay. Before I get into it, have you had enough time to brew? Before I get into it, these cards, these readings that we do, don't exist in a vacuum of each day, right? They all flow together. We're tapping into this current when we're doing this reading. We are collectively on a journey together, right? And so when we do these readings, we're kind of taking a peek at like what the fuck's going on, right? Where should my attention be, because I can't see everything. Now, we've been talking a lot about this. You need to make a choice. You need to make a choice on what you are investing your physical, mental, and emotional labor into. How are you participating in your life, right? Are you participating on purpose? Are you participating in survival mode? Like, what's going on, right? We've been talking about this for a long time. And there is this almost pruning process happening where you're looking at all the things that you're involved in, and you have to make a decision about what you invest in, but how do you know what to continue to invest in and be patient about, or to let it go, that it's time to let go of that because it's like it's actually not going to pay off the way that you thought it would, right? How do you know when to jump ship? Or if this is a like stay the course kind of situation, right? And we talked about this a little bit yesterday. Discernment is everything. But the problem is that a lot of that discernment is cultivated. And when most of us have been in survival mode our whole lives, we've never even been given an opportunity to explore discernment outside of survival mode, right? And what we're being asked to choose is like, what is our ideal lived experience? What do we actually want our life to look like outside of the big cappy pappy, right? So, not necessarily how to make money, how to live on purpose. What do you want that to look like? This year is the most fertile year for you to plant that fucking seed, to actually go for it, whatever that is, right? Whatever you invest in, your physical, mental, and emotional labor, you are going to reap the benefit. You're going to reap that harvest. You're going to harvest that in big ways, right? And I chose that wording intentionally because if you choose to continue to invest in something that isn't in alignment with your path and calling, you will reap that, whatever that is. Do you really want that, or do you really want to be deeper entrenched in whatever that is? Or do you want to jump ship and jump into the life you've always dreamed of? Like it's no wonder that you're taking this decision seriously. Of course you are. Of course you are. It's a big deal, right? Times are a little wonky do right now. Wonky do is the perfect environment to do this, though, to just, right? If everything is crumbling down around you, what are you waiting for? Like, just do it. Do the thing instead of like waiting for everyone else to decide what's happening. Make it happen, right? That's the world that we're living in right now. So how do you know? And we talked about this yesterday. You know because you're excited about it. You know because thinking about it makes your heart bloom. You get butterflies in your stomach when you think about whatever this ideal life is. You almost feel guilty or shame for wanting whatever that is. Again, outside of the big cappy pappy, right? Think bigger than that. What is exciting? How can you engage in your life, right? Actually participate in your life. What is it that you absolutely love to do? And this could be really weird. I'm like, weird is like my bar for weird is really fucking high. It's a spectrum anyway. What makes you happy to do? You could just like sit and do it like all day long. It feels good to do it. For some of us, that is playing with numbers, balancing things. Like when they can balance numbers, it's like the ultimate dopamine rush for them. Some people making spreadsheets is like the ultimate thing. They love doing that so much. Others, it's I mean, it really truly could be anything, and that's the point. We are puzzle pieces. We're not supposed to all be doing the same thing. We're supposed to be doing the thing that we absolutely love all the way, right? It's an interdependent system. I personally deeply appreciate the witches that love spreadsheets because I am not a tech witch at all. I don't even want to touch a computer. Like ugh, uh, right? And the witches that absolutely love balancing numbers, I don't speak math, right? When I say that it takes so many witches just for me to be on in this space talking with you. This is a group effort. Half of the witches on the support team that do all of this, the Unbound, are considered disabled through the lens of the big Cappy Pappy, right? We work interdependently. So when I ask you, what do you love to do? Like, love to do. It's so important for you to take the making money out of the equation, right? Because, like, if you absolutely love uh, studying the ecosystem of a pasture, I don't know, and you could do that all day long, that's so valuable to a community. And you're like, I could never make money doing it, but I could just like sit and study it all the time. Think outside the box. Allow yourself to actually like what would it be like if you could do what you absolutely love doing all day long, every day with a supportive community around you? What would that look like? Okay. And if it doesn't feel like that, it's a fucking no, right? It's a no. That's discernment. That's how you create the reality that you want. It's through your choices, which, okay? You could be investing in the thing, like dipping your toes in, and this could be the card saying, "Hey, just be patient. You're doing a good job. You're on the way." Or this could be the card that's saying, "You know what? Is it really worth it? Like, is it really going to pay off?" So that's our witch work for the day. Think about that. Now we're going to look at what we're in resistance to or in denial of that's blocking our shit. The King of Swords upright is what we drew. Here we go. The King of Swords is showing you that you are in command of your truth, and you stand to present yourself with confidence and conviction. Others respect you and pay close attention to what you have to say. The appearance of this card may also suggest that you may need a mentor, perhaps a financial advisor or a lawyer. And the reversed is, remember, the loudest one in the room is often the weakest one in the room. Be careful that you're not misusing your power. Be cognizant of the greater good and careful that you're not using your intellect to make others feel inferior. You may be feeling lost about your understanding or options in a situation as well. Be careful that you're not stagnant, because progress can't happen when you're standing still. Remember, this is what you're in resistance to or in denial of. Have you brewed on it long enough? So. Sometimes the cards are talking about, our internal relationship with stuff. And sometimes it's talking about like our external relationship with things. I mean, anyway. Because of the placement of this card, right? Well, we're in resistance to, we're in denial of. Are you in resistance to the fact that you are a good leader, mentor, facilitator? You are meant to hold authority. Are you in resistance to that you kind of naturally get into that place, or are resistant to being that guy, even though you're like really good at it? Or there is potential in you to be really good at it. Does that make sense? It makes perfect sense why you would be resistant to either being in a position of authority or having like an authority figure over you, right? Your relationship with authority is a bit like wonky because we are black sheep cycle breakers. I mean, we don't do well with authority, but it's important for us to look at why. Because if it is in our path and our calling to like hold a position of like authority, to advise, to be a mentor, to be mentored, right? What is your relationship with that? Because that is keeping you from being able to know what to invest in. Yeah, what they said. Mhm. That. Yeah, trust issues, big trust issues. We all do, but we don't have to live like that. We can actually repair our relationship with it. Just because it was wonky do through our experience with, the big Cappy Pappy doesn't mean that isn't a like healed expression of authority. You, because you're headed in this direction, have an opportunity to be able to hold that authority from a healed place. You just got to look at it. Okay. Authority itself isn't bad or wrong. It's all in our relationship with it. Okay. All right. That is our reading for today. I will be back tomorrow and we're going to do this again. Okay. Have the best rest of your day. Thank you for showing up for your practice in this way. I really, really, really enjoy engaging with you and being able to connect with you like this. I really do. I would not have this, like, I've been doing this for like 3.5 years, it's very rare that I've missed one of these divination ceremonies in the 3.5 years that I've been doing this. I have ADHD, guys. Consistency is kind of a thing. I only do it if I really want to. And that kind of consistency comes from, I really like it. I really like being here. Okay, let's close out this working. Hand on your heart and take a deep breath. This working is now closing, but the magic has just begun. I humbly thank the elements and both the moon and sun. To all who chose to bless this flow, I now sincerely thank you. May our practice be expansive and our course be clear and true. All right. Go do the thing. If you can't be good at it.